theeBLCKEFFCT.
How did y'all survive school? Or did you survive school, shall I say?
I think did is a
did
better.
Did you survive virtual school?
Barely. This week was a lot because they started on 2 different days. My daughter started Tuesday. My son started Wednesday. And my daughter's school is fully virtual. So everybody's virtual, which is, I think, is great, easy, right? But my son's school, some of the children are there. So the children who aren't there, it's like simulcast. And I don't know, of course, all of the teachers aren't, technologically savvy.
Yep.
So a lot of hiccups, a lot of, but we made it. Soccer season started yesterday. That kicked off for my son. My daughter, I think she starts next week. Yeah, so.
Are they both doing soccer? You legit soccer mom.
It's busy. I am a tired mom. That's what I'll say. I'm an exhausted mom.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I think the younger 2 started Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the oldest started on Thursday, Friday. I've already had the talk with them about like, okay, on Sundays we're gonna be logging in to Schoology to see what's up. Don't be missing assignments. Like, let's just start this year off right. I really don't want to have to fight with y'all. I know it's stressful, but let's do the right thing. Otherwise, we're gonna have some redirection. We're gonna try to start with redirection. After that, there's gonna be some consequences. But
oh boy.
Let's just get the work done. But actually, I think so far the teachers have actually been really communicative to let us know about all of the updates that are happening and, to say thank you. And I really like that even before school started, they were reaching out to introduce themselves and to give their contact information. So that was actually all really, really cool. I think that the district is doing a really good job, and I am proud of them, even though they are continuing to get raked across the coals. And I think it's hard. The teachers are in a tough spot right now.
Yeah.
We have to give them some grace, give them some patience, because, geez, they're doing a job that a lot of us could not do.
Yeah,
and don't even want to do. We don't even want to watch our own kids sometimes. So how dare you give the teachers all this flack? But so far, so good. It's only week 1. By week 4, I'll let y'all know if I still have hair or not.
Shout out to you for saying Schoology appropriately, because if one more person say Schoology, if I hear Schoology one more time,
Schoology to work. I'm like, we're not studying in school, man.
Yes. And then sometimes when I read the Facebook comments, I'm like, oh my God, the grammar on here. You need to be glad that the teacher is teaching virtually and he's not teaching them, because Lord help the babies.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, Layla had it. She had the first 2 days also, and then off. They don't have a whole week of school until like the 3rd week.
Okay.
Yeah. Voting and stuff is happening, so she was all right. I mean, we had that conversation of don't try me like you did last year. You're in 5th grade, act like it. And the first 2 days was nothing but games. I was like, one time I saw her running around the house. I'm like, I know you're not on break within the first hour because you're going to talk this conversation with the teacher. And she was like, we're doing a scavenger hunt. I need you such and such. I'm like, whoa. First of all, my personal items shall not be a part of your game. She was running around in her room. She had a fork in her room. She's like, Ma, I need you such and such. I'm like, hold on, this teacher. And then she played me because I posted that on Instagram. She played me. I took my braids out. And she's talking about, Mom, wrap your hair up because you're not going to come on Zoom looking crazy.
Well,
don't embarrass. Yeah, she said, don't embarrass me, because we're in 5th grade. So, yeah, that was it. And then we've also had that conversation about, I won't say mythical, but fantasy people as far as, Tooth Fairy.
Oh, she probably. Well, how did that go? Did she say she already knew? Because we had the conversation about Santa Claus, and Kayla was like, "I've been there, but we only been doing this stuff for the past couple years for you, ma'am."
She was trying to live the dream.
I had to nip it in the bud because her molar came out, and she's talking about, "Oh, this is the big one. I'm finna get $10 from Tooth Fairy," and I said, "What are you now? Okay, so you already cashing in." So I didn't take the tooth from underneath her pillow. I was just gonna let it slide. Hopefully she forgot. And then she woke up. She's like, it didn't come. And I just act like I didn't hear.
She's not playing with you.
She's not. And then
She
she's
know
like,
it's you.
how come the tooth fairy come? Like, is she real? And I looked at her. I just busted out laughing. I was like, I didn't know what to say. I got nervous. I was like, well, no, it's me. And then so she started crying. I felt bad, but she did that fake cry to see how I was going to react.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it's all right. So I gave her a hug. I'm like, there. Because you know, I don't know what to do. I'm like, all right, it's going to be fun. And then she was like, well, what about Santa Claus? I said, nah, that's me too. And she had that look. She was like, so you lied? Oh, first of all, I gave you a childhood. Don't play me.
She said what she said.
Respect. Right. Don't play me. So after that, she was like, well, I still get my gifts, right? Yeah.
That's amazing.
And then, like, she went to sleep. She's like, wait, the teachers lied to us too. I'm like, look, girl.
Everybody lies, girl.
Everybody lies to you. You're welcome. You still get your gifts. Leave me alone. Now, don't expect 2 gifts from me. Technically, with, you know, ask for the good things one time.
And next time she gonna say, run me my money. So it's fine.
But she still trying to get money for her tooth. If you don't throw that nasty tooth away, it's good.
Wait, I saved them. I have a couple.
You and my mother. She still has my brother's.
Yeah, my mom still has all of my teeth, and I'm like, what are you gonna do with this? Make a necklace?
I have her first. Her first and only. I can't. You have every.
I have none of them.
No, I don't have all of them. I just have some of them. Like if they gave it to me and they didn't throw it away or I didn't lose it. Like I have some in my drawer right now, sitting here. They're Dania's. Of course. Nothing I can do. It's fine.
I mean, yeah, you could throw them away, but I mean, I guess I get it because I grew up with somebody. My mother's like that. Like I said, she still has my brother's umbilical cord.
Oh, I don't have that.
Yeah. And I was just like, why? Like I didn't think the whole umbilical cord.
Where did that tradition come from, though? Like, where did it come from? Just keeping things that are no longer useful, that are dead, that are like the first lock of hair too. Like I think that like it used to be in baby books too. Like it's a whole page. Like you know, save a lock of hair. What are you doing? Are you making a voodoo shrine here?
So I do not have the first lock of hair. However, I do have a baggie from when Dania cut her hair a couple of years ago because I told her I'm gonna bring this out at prom because I want them to know how silly you are. Why would you cut your hair like? And it was a good chunk too, but I do have it because she was tripping. I
mean, for black men, I guess, but anything else, I'm just like, for what? And then you act so surprised, like, oh, I forgot I had. You knew you had that darn umbilical cord.
Let us
That's
live.
Crazy.
Let us live.
Y'all can have it. I think it's rather.
I agree. All of it's gross.
So yeah. All right, y'all. So teeth and all. Hopefully y'all had a good last 2 weeks, and welcome back, family, to the Black Effect podcast, where we discuss how Black culture affects society and how society affects us. And once again, this is season 2. And we're your hosts of this bi-weekly conversation, and I'm Jennifer.
This is Shanice.
Hey, I'm Toya.
All right, so we're all caught up, I think. Hopefully you guys are, if you have kids, not ready to snatch them out of their little corner desks. And you're being patient with your teachers because this is all new to us. And, you know, you're living your best life in this COVID world.
Also, please get your baby's desk or make them sit at the table. Stop having those babies slouched on the couch because they're going to be asleep on Zoom. Like, couches are wild comfy. Let them babies sit up straight. Or something.
I agree. Yeah. And real quick, my manager was telling me that they had to go over the dress code policy because there were children who showed up with no clothes on, like to Zoom. Like no clothes. No shirt, no pants. Wait, what? Where are your... This is exactly why they can't Zoom alone.
This is what they see their parents do when they're working from home. They're like, well, I can do the same thing.
I mean, that's probably true. I don't always be dressed, but...
No, but I mean... Well, I don't be dressed. I don't have a camera, but...
Well, my son's school, he has to wear his uniform shirt. My daughter's school, she doesn't. And I asked that. I was like, I want to know. Because they grow differently. So he still can fit his stuff from last year because he gets all new shirts and stuff in February. I think we talked about this before. His growth spurt is generally like in the middle of winter, so February. And then she just grows over the summer. So, and I'm like, well, you need to let me know if I have to, buy uniforms for her to sit in my face. But they were like, no.
That's a good question, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's different for everyone, but children should be dressed. Please,
dress your child.
have them have
check in on them,
clothes on.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm good from a little peeking every now and then, because sometimes you gotta get like, so nobody else in here, but they know what that sound is and the grit of the teeth. But like, I saw one meme, the little girl put her baby doll in the screen and just walked.
I saw that. She was over it. These kids are over it. They are over it. This does not make sense to anyone. Like, it is stressful.
It is very stressful. But in on your kid, like you didn't feel like you needed to wonder why she was walking around the house.
No, the mom was off somewhere naked on her Zoom call too. That's what was going on there.
And I was just like, all these kids are so stressed.
We're gonna survive this though, and then we'll just laugh in 2030 when we all live in bubbles and it's even worse. Yeah. So who knows? I don't know. But I guess we can shift to Candidly Cultured. This is where we discuss our topic of the week. And this week we're going to be talking about imposter syndrome. And I think we all have experienced it at one degree or another, where you are trying to figure out, do I really belong here? And these people think I know what's going on, but I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop for them to realize that I'm a moron. So Shanice is going to be leading the discussion today, and I'm really excited about it. So, yay.
Absolutely ridiculous. So, yes, I think we talked about imposter syndrome a little bit on the last episode. But I wanted to start off with really delving into what is imposter syndrome, just in case we have any listeners who may not be as familiar with it. So the clinical diagnosis, I guess, for imposter syndrome is fraud, also known as fraud syndrome or imposter experience. So it's a psychological pattern in which an individual doubts their accomplishments or talents and has persistent internalized fear or being exposed as a fraud. And really, too, it's also associated with the idea that you've only succeeded due to luck. So kind of just by chance, maybe right place, right time, which I won't discount. Sometimes people are in the right place at the right time. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you are not deserving of the seat that you currently hold. I think that we all probably suffer from imposter syndrome to some extent. It's not even necessarily just at work, right? Like even in your personal life as a mother or as a wife or as a business owner, those feelings can still come out in different relationships or situations. And some of the symptoms of imposter syndrome, just in case you really aren't sure, let's say, they are extreme lack of self-confidence, feelings of inadequacy, constant comparison to other people, anxiety, which I feel like every millennial has anxiety for whatever unknown reason, self-doubt, distrust in one's own intuition and capabilities, negative self-talk, dwelling on the past, irrational fears of the future. Honestly, I feel like that's everyone. I feel like you're probably going to be hard up and hard pressed to find any person who doesn't exhibit some of those behaviors or doesn't have some of those feelings. I know personally, I experienced them in different aspects of life. And I think for everyone, they come out differently. So for some people, it may come out as being a perfectionist. Sometimes I think it comes out as being a workaholic. And then sometimes it just comes out in not being able to take the chances on yourself and to bet on yourself because you feel like, well, what's the point? Or why would I do that? And you kind of feel undeserving. And then when you do finally get the seat at the table, or you start that new business, an initiative, or you're trying to just mother a child, you're constantly doubting your abilities and you're not seeing really what other people say.